And today we're playing red-green aggro featuring an exciting new card from Wilds of Eldraine, Ruby Daring Tracker. So for red-green, we get a 1/2 with haste. Whenever it attacks while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, Ruby gets +2/+2 until end of turn. You can also tap it for red or green. So this can come down and immediately tap for mana. And then everything around it is just built to beat down. So we have 4 copies of Kumano faces Kakkazan, deals a damage when it comes in, has our next creature enter with a +1/+1 counter, and flips into a 2/2 haster. Play with fire to deal 2 damage to any target. Evolving Adaptive, probably our best green 1-drop, comes in as a 1/1 and then it grows as we play other creatures. 4 copies of the classic burn spell Lightning Strike, 4 Yavimaya Iconoclast, so it's a 3/2 with trample. If we kick it, it gets +1/+1 and haste until end of turn. 4 copies of Kessig Naturalist, another solid 2-drop, so it's a 2/2, but when it attacks, we can float a mana until our second main phase, so we might be able to ramp into a bigger threat earlier. Again, we have 4 copies of Ruby, 4 copies of Jewel Thief, 3 mana 3/3, Vigilance Trample makes a treasure token, and then our rares here. So we have 4 copies of Migloz Maze Crusher. This is a great use of a wild card. This does get played in non-budget decks, so you're not going to waste a wild card if you craft this one. It's a 4/4 for 3, so solid already. But then, again, we're ramping a little bit. We have some ways to produce some additional mana. Comes in with 5 oil counters. We can remove 1 to give it Vigilance and Menace until end of turn. Pay 2, remove 2 to give it +2/+2 until end of turn. Or pay 3, remove 3 oil counters to destroy an artifact or enchantment. And then lastly, we have 2 copies of Halana and Alena. Just an awesome top-end threat. Comes down and starts immediately pumping our other creatures. We are playing 4 rare lands. This deck is pretty mana intensive with the 2 red-green 2-drops. So we can't have too many tap lands. And if we just play all basics, we're going to get screwed all the time. And if we play only the common tap lands, the deck is just going to be too slow to win. So we have to play some rare lands for this deck to be good. If you don't have these, I would suggest just playing more basics, not more tap lands, because if this deck gets off to too slow of a start, you're going to have a hard time. So that's the deck. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 1. This looks good enough. I wish we had a 2-drop, but can't mulligan hands like this. We'll start on the Copperline Gorge and immediately drop the Evolving Adaptive. If we don't draw a 2-drop, obviously we're going to play the Highlands. Okay, so Highlands comes down. Hit for 1. Putting them on some kind of removal spell here. Just on the single red mana. Probably going to wait for a better target, I'm assuming. So here we go. Let's go ahead and drop the Gorge. They probably can't kill Migloz anyway. But we're going to play Jewel Thief. You know, if they have Lightning Strike or something, that's okay. Okay, so there you go. There's the play with fire. We get our treasure. And doing it that way does let us get 2 triggers, like if the adaptive survives. Okay, so let's see here. We could force the Jewel Thief through with the Halana and Alena. Feels good enough to me. We could also play Migloz and just Lightning Strike that. It might be better. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll go ahead and do this. So we'll play Migloz. We'll just Lightning Strike. This way we can get an attack in, not have to worry about trading off the Jewel Thief just yet. They have a way to deal 4 damage. I mean, it is what it is. They are playing red, so they might have Obliterating Bolt or something. Let's see if it survives. Okay, and here he's Warcrafting. That's fine. Okay, we're getting a bash now, so that's good. And we just play this. Counters on Jewel Thief. And just start bashing here. We'll probably put the next... Hopefully we draw a creature for the Kumano faces Kakkazan would be nice. Okay. This Jewel Thief is putting on pressure. They were forced to remove it there. Yep, we'll just play both of these out. No reason to wait. And again, hopefully we draw another creature, but I'm not going to wait just to get the trigger. And we'll hit for 5. Okay, they're going to have to present some threats here soon, too. See if they can remove Jewel Thief. Okay, they had it. Their life total is pretty low, though. We have lots of direct damage. I'm going to imagine that their deck doesn't really have many ways. That was a good draw. We unfortunately cannot give it haste, but we can pump it. So they shouldn't be able to remove it. And they're going to have to play another creature here. Otherwise they die. Okay, not going to be good enough. Discard their hand to draw 3. We obviously will take the 2. Or 4 rather, because I don't know what kind of shenanigans they can get up to with it. There's no reason to block, really. Okay. It flips. Give it Vigilance and Menace. And let's just attack with the 2/2 as well. Alright, good game. And here we go, on to game number 2. So this, unfortunately, is a mulligan. Can't keep one-landers. Not great, but better. Put back a Lightning Strike. And just get this down. Okay, looks like we're playing against something new from Wilds of Eldraine. It's like they built something for fairies. That's cool. Alright, so I don't really want to offer the trade here, and I feel like this isn't a great use of our play with fire, so unfortunately we have to pass. See why these tap lands are pretty brutal. We would have had an attack there. So I'm putting them on Spell Stutter Sprite. They have the, they're probably playing the 2-mana counter. So we need to hit our 3rd land. Okay. We can't play around a counter spell here. So we might as well... guess we could Lightning Strike on their turn. I'm imagining that they have a flash creature, though. Okay, we'll play into the counterspell. I don't know that we can play around it, really. Debating killing the adaptive, maybe? There is a 2/2 flash, but I'd be okay with trading with it. Interesting. So definitely not what I expected them to do there. Maybe they felt using the fairy fencing would have been a little bit better. So this time we are going to play around a counter. Because Kumano this turn is not a great use of our mana. We're just going to Lightning Strike them. We'll see what they attack with. If they attack with everything, yeah, that's cool. Alright, we're just going to Lightning Strike them. I'm going to try and get them dead here. We'll see how it goes. Definitely need to draw a land, though. Okay, Spell Pierce. Not good enough. Okay, well, let's hit them. No instants, so there's no stops right now, but... let's see what they got. So there's the counter spell. I'm going to assume they have more than one. Okay, so here we go. So we'd rather them counter Jewel Thief, if they have it. Than the Migloz. Hey, we are racing here. Let's hope they whiffed on the counter. Okay, return it to my hand. I guess that's okay. We're going to start losing this race here soon. They are ending up slightly ahead of us. When you do that, we discard a card. This works for me. So we discard Adaptive. Okay, no more counter spells. Come on. Let this resolve. Excellent. Okay, and then we hit them for 3. Assuming they take it. Excellent. And... well, if another fairy enters the battlefield, we lose. So I'm just going to do this now. So they don't have an opportunity to draw another counterspell. Let's see. I don't know all these cards, so I don't really know what's possible. They have a removal spell. We just lose, right? Okay, Forager. Casting the... oh, Lightning Strike. I didn't see that play. Nice. Close one. Got stuck on 3, still almost won that game. Mulligan, I think. Yeah, this is better. We'll put back an Adaptive. And we'll start here. This is power or toughness, so it does get pumped by Ruby, which is nice. And we can get an attack in immediately. And then next turn we can... we'll probably kick... yeah, we're going to kick the Iconoclast. Actually, we could play Jewel Thief and play Iconoclast. Is that better? No, we're just going to kick this. Because now when we attack with Ruby, she's going to get pumped. And they don't have blocks on anything. Okay, pretty good curve out here. Let's see if we can finish it off. Okay, making a human. And a 2/2. Alright, so... if we play Jewel Thief, we also have access to Lightning Strike this turn. Yeah, we're going to do this. Attack with these two. I'm expecting a block. Okay, good block there. Okay, they're at 6. We can Lightning Strike them on end step. And try to finish them off next turn. Depending on what they can do here. Okay. So they've got a bunch of food. We could... I think we're just supposed to Lightning Strike them, right? Or are we supposed to Lightning Strike this thing? Pay 2, discard a card, return it to its owner's hand. They can sack this in response to gain 3 life. This might be better. Let's do this instead. Okay, so we do get to do this. Oh no, it's legendary. Oops. So they have to block one of the 3/3s to not die. Now we'll play Migloz. And hopefully this is enough. Alright. This looks solid. Adaptive on turn 1 is pretty rough. Especially if they can't remove it right away. Okay, so another fairies deck. Good to go. Naturalist. Pump the adaptive. Depending on what they... hopefully they just play a creature here. Okay, gonna remove our naturalist. Probably a good play. Iconoclast. I think we'll wait on that. We'll get some more triggers on these adaptives, so let's get in with this one. play another adaptive, and we can play with fire on their end step. Okay. Fortunately, we just have to shoot them. I think that's good enough. Yep, this is good enough. So we're going to go for Iconoclast first, because we have a good attack with it right now. So we get a bunch of triggers. We do get to attack with everything, but they get to block a 2/2, which is fine. But they're down to 7, so we're off to a good start. Let's see what they got. Okay, Fairy Fencing. That card is excellent. Just 1 mana removal spell. Let's pump our creatures if we can. We're probably walking into a removal spell here. That's fine. Them down to 4. And they are in burn spell range now. Sort of. Okay, they've got an untapped fairy. So that thing can block now. So they get to put counters on stuff. Okay, so it's going to be a 4/4. Let's see what we draw here. Go ahead and do this. And we know they can untap the 4/4. But that's okay. We're going to attack anyway. This is fine. Okay. So they're chump blocking. And we're going to play this now while we can, while we know that they're tapped out, so we play around counter spells. And 1 more burn spell. It's interesting. So they said 3, mana value 3. It's probably good. We would lose 2 life. Okay, they're getting to pump their stuff now. Okay, no, nothing here. Again, lightning strike or play with fire, but now they're untapped, so we're probably in a little bit of trouble here. We're gonna play it out. See if our commons can beat them. Okay, we're taking 6 down to 10. Got 1 more turn. Does this resolve? I don't think this is enough, but we can block. I thought they said 3. Oh, power, mana value, power, or toughness. Okay. All right. Let's see. Very mastermind. Okay. That's 2. Wait, you didn't block right. Oops. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more budget decks just like this one, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.